Hey everybody, my name is Ron Cantor and you're watching Out of Zion on God TV. And it is so exciting to be right here in Odessa, Ukraine. In 1998, I moved here with my wife and my 3 daughters, and I gotta be honest with you, I didn't exactly know what I was getting involved in. If you had told me before I moved here what I was gonna encounter, I think I may have passed. But when I moved here, I learned 3 powerful lessons, and over the next 3 episodes, we're gonna go through those lessons. The first thing I wanna share with you is this: never underestimate the grace of God. You are so much stronger than you think you are. Well, let me rephrase that. The grace of God is so much stronger than you are in the natural. If you said, Ron, when you get here, you're gonna find fleas in your apartment and they're gonna multiply rapidly. A mafia guy is gonna threaten your life. What else? When you get into your second apartment, everything that goes into the toilet would come up through the drain in the middle of the night, and you would have to wake up and clean it every single night so your kids wouldn't encounter it. And even one night when I came home after ministering in another city, we were chased by wild dogs when we got to my apartment. Now, if you had told me, Ron, this is what you're gonna encounter when you get to Odessa, I think I might have said, nah, I think I'll stay in America. But you know what? God's grace was not without effect in me. Not me, the grace of God inside of me. The Bible says in the book of Hebrews that there is a place called the throne of grace. And it's there that we come to God in prayer and we say, Lord, give us grace, and He will. I remember that first night when my daughter was itching and I realized that these mosquitoes were actually fleas. 3 a.m., I got under the covers knowing there were fleas there, and I think I cried a little bit and I just said, Lord, give me grace. You know what? He did. And these were really minor things. I was coming from America where I had a pretty privileged life and coming to the Ukraine where it was like a third world nation. But there are folks who have suffered so much more than what we went through here. I think of one of my heroes, Richard Wurmbrand, who was in a Romanian prison for 14 years. They beat him and tortured him every single day. And yet when he got out of that prison, he was able to say, those 14 years were the most glorious of my life. Friends, that's not normal. That's not natural. That is evidence of the grace of God. Or Stephen, who stood before the Sanhedrin as they were about to stone him, and he couldn't even focus on what they were doing because he could see Yeshua standing at the right hand of God. That's the grace of God. So whatever you're going through today, wherever you live, if you find yourself in a struggle, go to that place called the throne of grace and ask God for grace and mercy. He will give you the grace to stand. That was 20 years ago, and those memories, as difficult as they were at the time, they are so pleasant and blessed now that we've returned.